Hello viewers, and today I'm going to talk about, so far, one of the best concerts I've been to so far. I've only been to like 4 concerts so far, but this one is a lot different than the rest, and I am super excited to talk about it with you guys. So, yeah. Last weekend, I went to a concert with my girlfriend Emily, which was my 4th concert overall and second one with Emily. As you know, the first one we went to together as a couple was Pierce the Veil and Sleeping with Sirens. I posted a video about that, so check it out. And we went to see Halsey for her Great Impersonator tour. The tour, or in support of her newest album, aptly named The Great Impersonator. It took place at the Freedom Mortgage Pavilion in Camden, which usually smells like weed, but luckily not this time. Which, fittingly enough, was the place where we first met when we both went to see Simple Plan and Avril Lavigne at the Avril Lavigne Greatest Hits tour back in August. Because of that, when I was buying the tickets, I thought that would be like the perfect place for us to see the concert, and Emily's been and if you watch, and if any of you subscribers of my subscribers also watch Emily's channel, then you know that this is her 4th time being there, and this was like my 2nd time being there. So to start off, I purchased the tickets as a Valentine's Day gift for Emily, which at first I was really nervous about, because like when I'm purchasing tickets for concerts, even though I've only done that a couple times before, like my anxiety levels just get really intense. But luckily, I had my mom to help me in this scenario. I mean, I paid for the tickets, she helped me buy it. Luckily, I was able to get at them with little to no problem, and soon the months went by, and yeah, then June came and the day of the concert arrived. At first, me and Emily were really nervous about the weather, because the weather that week was like really moody. It went from cloudy to rainy to sunny, and it kept going on and on between those things. And we were nervous about like the concert and how like it was going to turn out with that in mind. We were also nervous because like Halsey, he talked on Instagram about 2 days before, I think, about having problems with her voice. And even though she said she was going to be fine for the show on Saturday, we were still like really unsure about that. Luckily, she recovered and was able to do the show. So like, yeah. So yeah, we still were able to go to it, and the show didn't get canceled or anything. But luckily, by the time me and my mom went to pick up Emily, it cleared up, and like, I mean, not fully, but it was less bad, and so like we were able to like drive there without experiencing any severe rainstorms. So we went to pick up Emily, and she was beautiful as always. And so we drove to Camden, and at first my mom was having trouble like finding out where the pavilion was. So she was driving around a bit, and we were trying to follow the street signs to get there. But luckily we found it, and by seeing the people walking. And so luckily this time we didn't have to this time, not like with the Avril concert, we didn't have to like get out of the car and walk the rest of the way there, because at least the roads weren't like packed. So after we entered, we walked around for a little bit, explored the place, talked a little bit, and then Emily bought some merch, because she loves buying merch at shows, and like we were walking about like for a good half hour while we waited for the show to start. Emily also got a shirt from the concert, which I didn't get one because because of like how mid my debit card was, and two because I didn't really have anything to carry it with. You know me. Then we walked to the lawn to see what the view was like from there. Something I also want to like bring up is like how wonderful Emily's makeup was done. Like she's a really talented makeup artist. Like like at least 5 people at the concert complimented her. Like when she was leaving the bathroom, 3 women like walking past her like complimented her. And when we went to the lawn, this one girl also complimented her makeup and gave us a tiny little duck thing, which is really cute and was really nice. So after taking a couple pictures on the lawn, we made our way to our seats and we sat down and waited for the concert to start, and we talked a bit more. Yeah, so like we were on the right side of the room and like right near one of the big screens, which was pretty convenient and was good because it allowed us to like take video footage of the concert better if we weren't able to see the main stage. I mean, the stage. The first opening act was a band called Hope Tala.
You suffer for we loved one another just as all my old lovers around. Be quiet, don't make a sound, 'cause you my girls like to fight.
And they weren't really me and Emily's cup of tea, to be honest. No offense, but we were both just waiting for their set list to be over and talking about other things. The next band, called Halseys, it was a bit more interesting, but it still like wasn't really our drift. At least with the last 3 concerts I went to, I at least heard of at least one of the opening acts. They were a mostly indie pop band that reminded me in style and in music of Boy Genius, that one group with Phoebe Bridgers. So yeah, me and Emily were taking photos of this band that was playing, and this one guy, I think like outside of the place, sitting on the lawn, sitting near the lawn, he was like shouting for like a lot of the show, like "We want Halsey," and trying to start chants and screaming at the top of his lungs, "I love you, Halsey." And like me and Emily just looked at each other like, well, concerts do tend to get weird. So soon the stage was set up for Halsey's show. And Emily remarked how it looked like the cover of Fall Out Boy's album From Under the Cork Tree. And I was like, oh yeah, it does kind of remind me of that. I also thought to myself how the way the stage was set up reminded me of the whole vibe and aesthetic of Panic's album, A Fever You Can't Sweat Out. I guess this makes sense since Halsey was a big emo pop punk fan growing up, and which I guess is why me and a lot of my other me and my girlfriend and a lot of my friends love her so much. So anyway, soon the curtain went down and the lights went out. And the video screens, they started playing the first of many video clips of Halsey in an Alice in Wonderland type scenario. And when she went down the rabbit hole, that's when it transitioned to her being on stage playing piano, one of her new songs, her first song on the set list, Darwinism.
But if I'm made for land and not to see it all, could I crawl and find some calm and put me in a metal box that's bound to us, shoot me into space and leave me to.
And while she was playing, there was this background of her falling down the rabbit hole, which was really visually interesting. Something I noticed about Darwinism, that didn't register to my mind right away, was how it kind of reminded me of Heavens from 21 Pilots. Then after she was done with that song, the video clips continued with her Alice in Wonderland storyline.
Who are you?
There you are, finally.
Where am I?
Where? What will you wear?
Where to what?
To the show, it's time to go.
I don't think that
A drink. One to make you smaller, one to make you big.
Well, how should I know which one I should take? I don't know which I'd rather be.
Well, depends on where you're going.
I just told you. I don't know.
Then it doesn't really matter.
Well, big as can be. As big as the moon. I think big, please.
And so down it goes, and so does she, never once considering.
Then after that, to me and Emily's surprise, after the curtain went back up, Halsey appeared in a giant drinking glass, and with background dancers, and the whole show went to a Broadway kind of aesthetic, and she was singing the song that got me into her. I mean, one of the songs that got me into her, "Bad at Love." And the whole crowd was singing along. I mean, I knew she was going to play that song because Emily told me, but it was still amazing to see. And then she continued the Broadway theme with her 2017 song, Alone. And let me just say, her voice during this song was super clean. Like, it was just so endearing in this one. Even though I'm a late bloomer in the Halsey fan base, as I got into Halsey when I was 15, and all my other friends and my girlfriend and all my other friends got into her a lot earlier than that. Hearing that song was still super nostalgic for some reason, and probably even more so for Emily. Then the next song was Lucky, and while she was performing that song, she was, to stay in character for the story part of the show, she was walking around in a wandering state. The show then proceeded with more Alice clips, and where the next one where the rabbit tells her to drink the growth formula and she grows.
I suppose. I can't stay this big forever. How will I help my mother? How will she recover? There's not a bed big enough to sleep in.
Now, don't weep. You'll shrink right down. Just eat this sweet. You must be ready for the show.
Now brace yourselves, because this is where the show went completely wild. The lighting went red, and Halsey appeared in a dominatrix-like outfit, chained to a chessboard to stay with the Alice in Wonderland theme, and the song she sang her next song on the set list from The Great Impersonator, Dog Years. And this song had kind of like a sinister, dark tone to it. Lyrics really fit with the visual. It was really interesting seeing that. Like, ominous and creepy and really, really deep, but interesting. After a clip where this one dog viciously barked at her, she went into her next song in this outfit, I'm not a woman, I'm a god. And let me tell you, this number was a lot more explicit than the Dog Years one. This time she had backup dancers for this number, and like the dances were really well done. Just like I said, a little bit more explicit than the last number. Then after that, she played one of my favorite songs from her. I mean, that's a non-single, Control. I say it's one of my favorites because it just has a really unhinged feel to it.
We stand away to find a fortune, a chest filled with diamonds and gold. Goddamn right, you should be scared of me. Who is in control?
Singing that one was just so. It was like so. I have no words. It was just. Then the Alice parts went on again, and this time she shrinks after drinking the shrinking potion and is trying to get big again.
Decent wages.
No, this is suffering.
That's the same thing.
It is absolutely not. Only fools believe that suffering is wages for being different. Only the insane equate pain with success.
Aren't you a bit insane?
Well, I very well might be. But you're playing tricks.
I agree. You used to be much more.
After that, the curtain went back up and Halsey went into her next song, Lilith.
Everything that I say, I believe. Tuck the knife with my heart on my sleeve and change like the seas and reason for nothing. I've been noticed. I get too caught up in the moment. I can't fall in love if I show it. I just fuck things up if you notice. Have you known I don't need no help to be destructive. I've been gone. Yeah, I've been on this road too long. You know, I get too caught up in the moment.
Here she had mostly a gothic all-black look as she sang. And she continued with this gothic look with her next song, Angel on Fire, which was a lot more ominous in tone as she sang that, the background was all fiery.
Again, my own depressing. Didn't wake me in my sleep. Is they talk and drink and
And when I say fiery, I mean fiery. Like, the pyrotechnics were on, like, display here. I commend her for not only being able to be risque on stage, but also for performing with, having the guts to perform with these kinds of effects. Then the Alice story continued in this sort of chamber-like setting.
Today. And yet tomorrow. You're both.
It's ridiculous. I can't be two people at the same time. There's hardly enough left of me to make one. The second I fell down this goo rabbit hole, I've been nothing but stretched and shrunk and scratched and tricked. I've been told who to be and where to go.
But you've nearly figured it out.
And then the curtain came back up, and the next segment that Halsey appeared in was on a moon in the clouds in a mostly white colored, while the background dancers danced around her, caressed her, and moved around elegantly. And the next song she sang was Panic Attack. As you can probably already see, the background dancers during this show, they were really expressive, and they added on a lot of layers to it. After that, she continued singing On the Moon, one of the first Halsey songs I've heard, and like one of the songs that probably got me into her, Graveyard. It was one of the songs that got me into her alongside Bad at Love and another song that I'll get into later. After that, Halsey took a break from the theatrics and performed acoustically for her next song, Only Living Girl in LA. And for this song, the whole crowd had turned the flashlights on their phones and were waving it back and forth. Don't you love it at concerts when people do that? After that performance, she continued the Al storyline when she went to the back dressing room and then pretended to go to sleep. And that's when the concert went into an intermission, which is something at plays or movies or concerts that gives the audience a chance to like get up, move around, have a chance to like do things while they wait for the show to continue. And then after me and Emily sat down for a couple minutes because our feet really ached, the videos continued, and a blue-haired version, doppelganger version of Halsey on the screen, like, appeared and was talking to her.
What are you doing? We're supposed to be playing a show in Camden right now. Are they ready?
Then after that, she went on stage for the next song, which was called Lonely's the Muse, possibly one of her most darkest and most fiery of songs. had a really ominous, mysterious, and seething tone. And I remember and the fog machine they had and the lighting, it really added on to the effects of it all. And then she went into her next song, and another one of her fan favorites, Gasoline.
You would say like me, didn't pay like me, but $100 bottle of champagne like me, just to pour that motherfucker down the drain like me. Would you use your water bill to try to stay like me? Are you hot enough without the Mary Jane like me? Do I gasoline? I think there's a flaw in my
It was super fun singing the lyrics to this one. Like most of the songs in general. Her next song was one of her lesser known, 3 a.m. And after that, Halsey just talked for a couple minutes, and like one of the most memorable things I can remember about her talking was how she said that performing in Jersey felt like a hometown show, which makes sense, and she is from Jersey, which I guess that's one of the main reasons why I like her.
But this feels like a hometown show, baby. I don't know. God damn, you guys are fun. If you keep being this fun, you're gonna give me some fucking ideas. You see that crazy look I got in my eyes? Yeah.
And then this is where she played a rock version of one of her most famous and most successful songs ever, Colors.
Dripping like a saturated sunrise. You're staring like an overflowing stage. You're ripped at every edge, but you're a masterpiece. Now you're tearing through the pages and the ink. Everything is blue. It's this, it's
And I remember during that performance, like the whole background was and lighting was ocean blue because of the words in the song, everything is blue. Yeah. And Halsey's hair during this time was blue. Ooh. I mean, she changes her hair a lot over the years, but yeah, during this part of the show, it was the famous blue, what we know her for. Her next song, You Should Be Sad, was played, and it was a really cutesy song that was like a really cutesy vibe as she mostly just danced on stage. I'm really excited for this next song because song is probably my favorite song from the great impersonator, Safe Word. As any Halsey fan can probably tell, the lyrics to this song It's about BDSM. Remember when I said how Halsey mostly listened to emo and pop punk music growing up? Well, this song is a pop punk song, and it had that sound to it, and like belting that song at the top of our lungs. Whew, I don't know how to describe it. We were like hooked on crazy with that song. After that, Halsey talked a little bit more. Like, one of the things I can remember her speaking about was identity.
Completely different. And every audience has its own vibe, you know? Everybody's very different. When you guys all come together, you kind of create this group vibe. And I suss out from backstage, like Spidey sense it. I'm like, what is Camden? An experiment on me, audience? I don't think so. Or I'm like, you know, is this a,
And after that, she performed the Chainsmokers song Closer, which was a Chainsmokers song that she collaborated with them on. What I'm going to talk about now is one of the coolest concert moments I've seen so far, next to Remington Lee from Palais Royale holding my hand. This is when Halsey sang one of the songs that got me into her, Nightmare. And what the pyrotechnics were before don't even compare to how on blast they were here. We were all belting out that song probably louder than any of the songs we were singing along to. And that song, next to Safe Word, that song's probably the one that brought out the most energy in the crowd. And then she changed into a white blouse, and then she got off stage and started walking through the crowd and interacting with them while she sang her next song, Is There Somewhere.
You catch my breath, you're writing lines about me, romantic poetry. Your girl's gonna write your cheeks, 'cause the way something.
Unfortunately, she didn't get like close enough to us to like so we could like see her properly or like interact with her, but it was still cool to see. It was still cool to like see her like be a couple of feet away from her. She walked past us. And then after she interacted with the pit, she got back on stage and continued talking.
God damn. I wasn't gonna do it. It was not on the set list. You guys were too fucking good, man. I had to get down there and see you. I'll tell you what though, Homedale is gonna be pissed. I said I wanted to go down in his.
And she sang her next song, Without Me. And then the last song she wrapped up the show with was the title track to her latest album, The Great Impersonator.
Things on all their minds, They don't know I'm lonely, and they don't know I'm kind. They're scared that I can't hack it with the current paradigm. Does the story die if it's
During this song, the Alice in Wonderland vibe kind of came back, and and there were once again background dancers dancing around her, being all expressive again. And there's one point during the song where she leaned her body super far back like a contortionist. And the set went back to the Broadway style and had a doll-like aesthetic to it, like from how Halsey and the dancers were dressed. And with that, the concert ended, and Halsey, the band, and the dancers came out on stage and took a bow, pretty much bringing the whole theatrical side of the show to full circle. Then after that, me and Emily left, and like we were trying to make our way to the parking lot for my parents to pick us up, and like we were like looking around for like a good long minutes, trying to figure out where they were. I was trying to follow the directions my dad was giving me to figure out where they were parked, and like it was a bit hard at first. Yeah, like because I thought that would be even harder because everybody was like driving home. But luckily, we eventually found them, and we got onto the highway with little to no problem at all. And so we drove Emily home and dropped her off. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was my experience at the Halsey show. And what words did I use to describe it? Let me see. Epic! This was probably a worthy contender for the most fun and creative concert I've been to so far. Me and Emily agreed that this show had the best theatrics. I myself have never been to a theatrical concert, but I can imagine it'll be hard to find a follow-up. I mean, unless the Ghost concert me and Emily are going to on my birthday is any good, but hey, good to have things in mind. Ways to describe this show. Mwah! Magnificent, remarkable, breathtaking. It was like watching a Broadway play, concert, and movie at the same time. What I love about Halsey as an artist is that she's not just a pop artist. She's known for combining various different genres, of a lot of which she grew up listening to, as she had a diverse range of influences like pop, alt-rock, gothic rock, a little bit of metal, and the aforementioned emo and pop-punk genres. You could definitely see a lot of these influences, not just in her music, but more so in her performances. So yeah, that was me and Emily's experience at the Now For My Last Trick tour. And this was like the best of a lot, probably the best, or at least one of the best of a lot of things, one of the best concerts either of us have ever been to. So far, one of the best concerts we've been to as a couple, and probably our best date so far. I mean, in terms of going out to places, this is probably one of the best date we've been to. I mean, at least for me it was. Yeah, I can't wait for other fun things we do together. I had so much fun at this concert with her, seeing Halsey, and it was like an unforgettable experience, and in a good way. Thank you so much for watching this video. So make sure to like and subscribe, and follow my podcasting channel on Spotify, Dark Void Zonin, and because I'm trying to make a living through that. And yeah, this was I can't wait for other things this summer, especially with Emily, now that I have a girlfriend. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Stay cool and stay good.